Hello people, my name is Sho and welcome to another episode of Game Things. Never had I thought I would actually read the season updates for this game again, but here we are. Destiny 2 welcomed its new season, Season 17. The name for this season is the Season of the Haunted. While this is not necessarily a deep dive, but I would still like to tap on most of the new stuffs. As per the usual, a new season gets you new exotic weapon to obtain, and this time it is the Trespasser exotic sidearm, which from my digging it seems to be one of the classic exotics from the original Destiny game. Opulent weapons are reintroduced in this season, in which previously it was believed to be part of the Year 2 Forsaken content. Both new and reprised weapons, seasonal armor sets, and ornaments are here as well. All of that, if you're a long-time player of Destiny, knows that they don't come free, and the way you can get them is by participating the seasonal 6-man activity from your PvE, PvP, PvEvP, finishing your story and quest line, and to those who are chasing after the perfect rolls and or adapt version of the weapons, good luck grinding. And for me, the most important piece of update is definitely this one. We have already seen the Void subclass rework in Season 16, and Solar is the one getting the treatment in this season. Basically, all the like subclasses will get the same aspects and fragment system similar to the current Stasis and Void class. And as the game crosses its 3-year, 4-year, 5-year mark, things evolve, mechanics change, and what is fun previously can be dull today. Hence, changes on the gameplay of the classes, which is how players get to experience the game, is the key to make sure that the game is still fun and relevant to its targeted players today. Without spending tens of minutes diving deep into the details, you just need to know that the Solar class has shattered and became a Giga Chat. New set buffs like Cure that does bursts of healing, Restoration that cannot be interrupted by taking damage, which generates health and shield over time, Radiant, which makes weapons deal increased damage. Coming to debuffs, Scorch damages target over time, and after 100 Scorch stacks, the target will have the Ignite status, in which Ignite deals large solar explosion in an area around the target. The list goes on and on for Grenades update, new dodge and melee for Hunters, new melee and Phoenix dive for Warlocks. And I think you get it. Lots of reworks, tweaks, game balancing and quality of life changes are made in this season update. Should you need a full list of patch notes to digest, the link will be down below in the description. But my personal suggestion to the majority of the people out there, if you like the game, just play it, learn and discover the changes as you play. Something that you will also discover as you go deeper into our video, the Flash News. Roller Champions is a free-to-play roller skating game by Ubisoft. The game is set up as a PvP where each team will have 3 players. The first team to reach 5 points wins the game. With that said, here is how you play the game. Passing through the 4 gates while holding the ball will open up the goal, where you can then dunk and score a point. Every 4 gates or 1 full lap is considered a potential +1 point as long as you made it to the goal. There are some crazy moves that you can make while trying to steal the ball from your opponent. Unfortunately, I've not been able to try out the game myself at the moment of this recording. However, lucky to those who are interested, Roller Champions is coming to the modern consoles on PlayStation and Xbox, as well as PC, via the Ubisoft Store, all on 25th of May 2022. And if you wish to own the game on other platforms like the Nintendo Switch, Epic Game Store, Amazon Luna, and somehow Google Stadia, these platforms will have their launch on a later date that is currently unannounced. Moving on. To the Genshin Impact followers, you guys should be well aware that the game actually hasn't been getting its usual update, especially after its version 2.6 update. The biggest reason of all is due to the lockdown of cities in China, which had caused Genshin Impact team unable to work on the upcoming update as planned. With that said, the next version of 2.7 update is finally coming on the 31st of May 2022, with of course 2 new characters, namely the 5-star character, hopefully I don't butcher this, Yelan, who will be available during the first banner phase, and the 4-star character Kuki Shinobu, who will be appearing in the second banner phase. There will also be a new 5-star bow weapon, time-limited events, and of course, a new adventure with stories to tell. If you haven't already watched the livestream on the version 2.7 update, there will be a link down below in the description. Changing to a more serious tone, please don't hate me when I say this, I don't feel anything special towards Marvel, so those mobile games, but I do like card battler games. Marvel Snap is the game of discussion here, a new free-to-play card battler developed by the team at Second Dinner Game Studio. And just a quick introduction, Bam Brode is the game director and public face of Hearthstone until 2018, and Second Dinner is the game studio that he founded the same year he left Blizzard. Coming back to the game, the gameplay surrounds on successfully controls 2 out of the 3 platforms. Each game will only last 3 minutes, meaning every seconds count. And the best part of the card battler would be no waiting time between the turns of each players. And do know that Marvel Snap is a mobile-first game. The game will feature a total of 150 base cards at launch, and new cards will be added into the game every single month as new seasons roll out. And yeah, you already know, it's going to be monetized the good old mobile games way, and Season Pass is probably going to be a thing. Rolling the tape back a little bit, the developers did use the term mobile first, but not mobile only. And so, to those who wish to play this game on other platforms like PC, expect to have an early access available on PC when the global launch is live on the mobile platform. Personally, I can see myself playing this game on mobile for a good amount of time, and I will let it rest when I've gotten all the dopamines I can get playing and grinding this game. With that said, if you wish to participate in the closed beta, do know that currently it is only available on Android, and the eligible countries or regions for the closed beta includes United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore, and the Philippines. For more details and a sign up link, you can use our link provided down below in the description. If you are the kind of guy who loves to go with your intuition and instinct, you might want to keep an eye on the upcoming Shatter Remastered Deluxe. It is a simple break-breaking game, with the original game Shatter released back in 2009 for PC, iOS, and the PlayStation 3. The new Shatter Remastered Deluxe is going to support native 4K resolution at up to 120 frames per second, featuring improved visual and sound effects with support for 5.1 surround sound. The biggest joy from playing this game would be the mix of the game's highly acclaimed soundtrack that just keeps you immersed at all times. The game is expected to be released in late Q3, most likely September of 2022. And in the meantime, if you wish to play the original Shatter, it is on Steam for a price of an ice cream. You could also wishlist the new Shatter Remastered Deluxe, which is currently up on the Steam page. The game is also planned to be released on the PlayStation, Xbox, as well as Nintendo Switch, so keep an eye on those platforms if that is where you wish to get your game from. The third Thursday of May for 2022, it is 19th of May. The Global Accessibility Awareness Day is a day that focuses on the digital access and inclusion of people who live with impairments or disabilities. In line with the GAAD, Sony Santa Monica Studio has showed off their upcoming God of War Ragnarok's accessibility features, which included over 60 adjustable settings. Among them are features like auto sprint, caption sizes, color settings, high contrast mode, audio cues, and many more. While these things might not seem to be a huge deal for most of the people, but it does help getting more people into playing the game, and that, I think, is awesome. I would love to see more games having these accessibility settings, and hopefully one day it can become a norm and a standard for all the game releases in the coming years. Here's a question. If you have to choose between 64 and 128, which will be a better choice? For the developer DICE and the game Battlefield 2042, 64 is their final choice. That's right, the once premier feature of Battlefield 2042, boasting the 128 players breakthrough playlist, is now getting limited to only 64 players. DICE, quote, "Squads in Breakthrough 64 will have a better opportunity to work together, and that will bring back the pacing that helps celebrate these moments of teamwork." End quote. Personally, I couldn't give a fair opinion since I haven't played the game mode, but from the wordings I can see arguments from both sides that will make sense for their case. Have you played Breakthrough? And do you think the change will help bring a better game experience? Let us know in the comment section down below. And for the last piece of Flash news, we have MultiVersus. It is an upcoming free-to-play crossover fighting game developed by Player First Games and is published by Warner Bros. I can already see that many would compare it to Nintendo's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate currently on the Nintendo Switch. The one thing that I would credit them for doing it right will be the fact that MultiVersus is going to be free to play, and it seems like the game will indeed support crossplay and cross progression across all platforms that it will be launching on, like the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and Series S, as well as PC. The sign up for closed alpha tests begins May 19th, and unfortunately it will probably end by the time this video is out. However, the open beta starts in July 2022, which is not too far off. Be sure to follow us and we will keep you posted when we see an update on it. Moving on to the game releases of the week. Roller Champions, as we just mentioned, is made available on 25th of May 2022 on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 via the backwards compatibility, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, Nintendo Switch, and PC via the Ubisoft store. As much as I want to be on the good side of things, the fact that they can put a free-to-play game on a more established platforms like Steam, to me is just another act of throwing a potential game into the gutter. Classic move by Ubisoft. And believe it or not, Sniper Elite 5 is actually out on 26th of May 2022. I definitely should have paid more attention to it. Anyways, the game is coming out for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, as well as PC. It is that same time again where you get to train your headshot skill. The last game release of the week that we're giving a mention on, Cow the Kangaroo, is an action 3D platformer that kind of gives me that Crash Bandicoot vibes. Or is it just me? Anyone? But a quick disclaimer, I've not played any Crash Bandicoot games in my entire life. Nonetheless, it just seemed like a modern 3D platformer that I believe anyone can take in just like your boba tea, and I can really see many people breezing through the game while having a good time with it. Cow the Kangaroo is made available on 27th of May 2022 for the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and Series S, Nintendo Switch, as well as PC. Oh, and of course, we cannot end this week's episode of Game Things without a free game. That's right, on the Epic Games Store you can claim yourself a copy or copies of whatever that will be revealed, as it is still a mystery game that is yet to be revealed by Epic at the time of this recording. And hopefully, we can show you the games the moment it has been revealed with the magic of editing. We will also give the free game or games a mention in the description, so be sure to go through that as well. With that, we are at the end of this week's Game Things. I would really appreciate if you click that like button, it helps us out with the algorithm, and subscribe if you wish to receive more videos like this from us.